Hello Capricorn! Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Valima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright, let's go ahead. Already shuffled. Interesting. There's a lot going on around you. A lot. Kind of feels like a mess, but we'll find out. Alright. It's kind of spaced away from you, too. I almost feel like things are happening, and then you're like almost having to deal with it after the fact, in a sense. Let's see how this goes. When you're coming into this, ironically, when you are coming into this, I feel like you've let go of something else. You've decided something else wasn't exactly what you wanted. You convince yourself it's best to move on from it. No hard feelings, just kind of moved on. That's the energy I feel starting this. Coming into this, or like, that is definitely affecting this situation at the very least. You let something else go, okay, cool, fine. This might be a situation that kind of lingers on or still exists before, during, and after that. Because I feel like you've let something go that seems to be really flavoring your soup at the moment. That you let something else go, you convinced yourself to do it, you kind of felt like you had to, so you did. Whatever you let go of, everything else is going as normal. That really, I feel like that's a big kicker. You let something go, I feel like that's hard for you, actually. Because I feel like everything else is going as normal. You got the Knight of Pentacles. Life is good. Life is as it usually is. Everything else seems fine. Just seems normal. Then I'm noticing the Devil card pop up on your side. And this would make sense for me with an Earth card, with an Earth sign. Capricorn. Capricorn is very diligent. They hold true to their responsibilities, I've noticed. When they decide they're going to do something, they're there. If they say, I'm going to be there, they're there. If they say they're going to be there and you say you're going to be there with them, if the other person doesn't show up, they're like, you said you would be there and I was there. They don't like that. Somebody falling through on plans when plans were set. That's what it seems like to me. I'm not going to say I'm the, what do you call it in Capricorns, but they seem very dependable and they expect you to be too. That's how I've encountered them. So when you let this go, whatever it is, I actually feel like you want to be okay with it, but it is aggravating you down the line. It's just kind of like, it's weird. It's kind of like, well, that's over and that's fine, but it still ticks me off. That's kind of how it feels. And this is kind of lingering forward. You want to be okay with it. You want to just accept it, but part of you is just kind of like, that wasn't right, and I don't like it. Yeah, I let it go. It's almost like, yeah, I let it go, but it still ticks me off. Well, it's kind of like you didn't completely let it go, but it still ticks you off. But you're like, well, I'm not going there. I'm not going to do it, so I let it go. I think we're mincing words, but we can keep going. Whew, so it's still aggravating you. Now, what's going on around you here? You're dealing with... I don't know if you're dealing with or you're seeing this from the outside. There's things moving around, a lot of things changing, people deciding what they want to do. There's other people who just seem to be more lacking direction or responsibility. I feel like that's responsibility. There's people around you lacking responsibility and falling through on plans they should be doing. I feel you seeing these things from the outside, trying to let something go, seeing other people not doing what they should be doing. I feel other people, like, maybe in your view, goofing off a bit. They seem to think it doesn't matter. I feel you watching this, and I feel like this is adding to your aggravation. You're seeing people just not do what they're supposed to do. They're neglecting responsibilities. I feel like that's really egging at you. And I see this confidence with the safe travel, like people are off doing this, doing that. It's kind of like the grasshopper that's not planning for winter. It's kind of like, well, what do you expect somebody to do that for you? I feel the aggravation coming in to you, kind of like watching these people just shrug their responsibilities and do what they want. It seems like a mess. I feel like it's just adding to your aggravation. It's really starting to tick you off even more. I'm not noticing any conflicts. Not really. Like, some of you might have them, but no grand blow-ups. How's that? So this is coming in next. Are you just kind of witnessing this? I don't feel like you're picking the pieces up for these people. I feel like you're too annoyed with it. And you're like, well, if they're going to neglect their own responsibilities and they're just going to run around and play and do what the hell they want to do, they can deal with that. That's them. I feel you stepping back and like, you know what? You don't want to take care of your responsibilities? Well, I'm not going to do it for you either. So, you just deal with what you have to. I feel that aggravation. I feel that annoyance. So, I do feel by you not stepping in, people are kind of disappointed by that. They were hoping you would. I feel like somebody's hoping you were just going to pick up the pieces for them. I do feel that. And I'm getting that they're realizing they're going to have to be the ones to pick it up. The Page of Pentacles is now on the other side. They have responsibilities that they're going to have to catch up for those. They're going to have to do their work. They're going to have to catch up on it. They're going to have to make it right. So they neglected their responsibilities, whatever they were, but now they're playing catch-up. Now they're playing catch-up. And I do feel you stepping back and holding out of it is getting them to do that. I feel you're also witnessing this. And I feel you staying back, seeing this happen, and you're just like, and that's fair. I feel like you like this. This is kind of changing your mood a little bit. It may be over a few days or weeks. I don't know. Depends on how this hits for you, of course. But you're kind of like, yeah, that's right. You pick up your own mess. You take care of your own responsibilities. I'm not doing that for you. You do it. I don't even feel like you're saying anything. I just feel like you're watching it and you're like, that's right. You pick up your own mess. You take care of your own responsibilities. You're moving out of the aggravation. You're moving out of it. I wouldn't say you're in the best mood, but you're just kind of like, that's right. You do what you're supposed to do. I'm not doing it for you. It feels very vindicated. Vindicated. Kind of like, well, I said I was going to step out, so you just do what you got to do. All right, so this period of time, whatever you stepped out of, you might notice it's a minor arcana card. It looks like it was a temporary thing you stepped out of. When whoever this is, whatever the situation is, owns what they need to, owns their own responsibilities, and plays catch up and does that. I'm getting the death card pop up between you and whatever you're dealing with. Whatever you stepped out of, you didn't completely step out of. I feel like you tried to convince yourself you did, but you're still invested here. Now, I feel you looking at this situation and coming back towards this person. I don't know if it's coming across as praise. It may come across as praise. It may. Saying that, I feel you're acknowledging like they screwed up, but then they made good on it. And that's what you're expecting going forward. I feel like you're giving credit where credit is due. You're also acknowledging, goofing off is going to make it so you have to do this, or you have to play catch up, or you have to rush, and you have to get things done. I feel you having this conversation. It's the death card, I know, but I feel like this is what's bringing you back into this situation. You're just like, what it was, we're not doing that anymore. You seem to understand your responsibility, yours and theirs. They seem to understand their responsibility. They feel good. This person, whether it's a group of people or a person, you acknowledging the truth of the situation, you screwed up, but you made good on it. They seem to understand, they seem to get more in line with what their responsibilities are. They seem to address it or accept it more. And I'm getting you going forward from this moment, because you're I don't feel like you ever completely left it, but you're back involved in it again. Going forward, you got the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like it's changing how you're handling the situation. I feel like you like things on schedule. I feel like that's a thing. That's how I understand Capricorn. It seems like that's an Earth thing, I think. It seems to me. Could be a very simple way of looking at it, but it seems to me. And you know what? I feel like you're looking at this like, I'm going to stay on my own schedule. And I feel like you're warning. I do feel like, I don't know how you're putting it. To me, it feels kind of like a warning. If you don't mess up my schedule, we could get along. We could get along a lot better. I'm not doing your responsibility for you, but if you get in the way of my schedule, we're going to have problems. And I feel like you're working and doing what you need to do, but you're reminding this person, as long as you don't mess up my schedule and you take care of your own responsibilities, I'm not gonna be there policing you about it. It takes a bit of control on your side, but you can do that. I don't feel like that's the major challenge for you. I just feel like it's a notable way to handle it. I really feel like you're warning this person. It really feels that way. Like, just don't mess up my schedule. You got to do what you got to do. You stay on track the best you can. I'm not going to police you, but if you mess up my schedule, we're going to have problems, just so you know. Going forward, I feel like this situation has improved. I'm getting the other side is very well aware of what you mean and how you mean it and that you're not kidding. I feel like I don't feel like you're not overly involved. You're not as involved as you used to be. Something like it feels like you've let go. You've put some slack. You've put a notable amount of slack between you and this person or situation. It seems to be working a lot better. I feel you more concentrating on what you got to do and your own responsibilities, and I just feel every now and then you remind whatever is going on here, as long as you don't mess up my schedule, as long as I can stay on track, as long as you don't push me off my own schedule, we can get along. I'm not going to give you a hard time. And I feel this getting better. Between you and whatever you're dealing with, it feels like it gets notably better. I feel like it takes you a while to get used to it. That seems normal for Capricorn too. It takes you a while to really trust it, get used to it, be okay with it, but you're doing it. And I feel like this situation improves for you because of this. This situation, this moment actually did improve. You went through a rough moment, you weren't happy, but you survived it and you made out from it. I think we're good. That's kind of a abrupt ending, but I feel like we're there. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.